Welcome today. I want to share with you three types of mindset. Please subscribe to this channel, share the channel with your friends and with your family. The first mindset is the poor mindset. The second one is the middle mindset, those in the middle. And the last one is the rich mindset. And it's a mindset, which means that anybody at all can, if they are conscious and they are deliberate, they can move from one state of a particular mindset to the next state. There are characteristics of each state, so if these things are peculiar with the way you do things, then this is the kind of mindset that you have. If you do these particular things, then but entrepreneur you must have an entrepreneur's mindset. So my name is Obedako. I'm sharing with you today three types of mindset. The poor mindset basically lacks basic financial education, financial skills, and they usually don't have any job, any salary. They beg to eat, and they have to live on the government in some countries, or they have to live on family and friends. They don't have this thinking that I have to do something for myself, no matter how little it is. It's actually a victim's position where you have to be there, and you're fond of begging everybody. Even if you have enough, you still want to beg, and you hold, you keep. You don't want to share with anybody or anybody. So the poor mindset, usually we define them as somebody who does not have anything at all. But there are some people on the street who may not necessarily have that. It may just be a problem that happened, but their mindset is a mindset that flows, gives, is selfless. That is not somebody who is poor. The person with weak financial understanding, or basically no source of income at all, and a lot of the times, almost all their lifetime, they struggle financially all the time with even what to eat. That could be a poor man's mindset. What I'm much more interested in is a middle class mindset, because they come in for the ordinary average citizen, average person. When you see the people in the middle class, you think that they have money. They are the people who, direct product of the school structure, and they have good jobs, good, big positions in countries. They work for the government. They could even be the president of a nation. They are doctors, they are teachers, they are engineers. They are big corporate leaders. But you can see that they have the middle mindset, the middle class mindset. I refer to them as very well decorated cemetery. So when you are far, it's very well dressed, but until you dig beneath it, then you will see the bones and the things that are in it. So they carry this sense of they have arrived, they have money, they drive nice car, they live in nice neighborhood, but much of it is the salary, much of it is debt. And if they lose the job today, tomorrow they have nothing. And most often than not, they believe in being employed. They don't take any risk. They don't take chances at all. They have clean clothes. They have, beautiful families. They are the ones you see on TV talking all the time. They don't like taking risk. They don't dare to take a risk. They will not drop their suit and go and sell in the market. No, they will not sell on the street. They are in the Land Cruisers. Most of them, they are orphans of government structures and systems. They could be bankers, but they are financial when it comes to creating wealth for themselves. If they don't have a job, they can have any other source of income. They will not go to the ground to create anything for themselves. So the financial education is that much weak, because what comes in, they spend it. The person could be paid 10,000 a month, but he can't save more than 1,000 a month. Most often they even go into credit, into taking loans to support the 10,000. No matter how much you increase their salary, they leave it off, which means that if they had 2-bedroom house and they are at maybe 5,000, and they had their salary increased to 20,000, you see that they will go and build a big mansion, take loan, change the car. The car has no problem, they will change it. They believe in giving their children quality education, which means that send them to Western schools in Ghana, in Africa, in Africa, send them to American school, to British schools, and think that they are giving them good education. But what bothers me is that most of them did not even have that kind of education, but they've been able to at least live some kind of level of life for themselves, hold big positions until they leave the position. But they put so much stress on their finances that they have, many of them have no investment at all. And many of them, if they are honest with their source of revenue, you will see that most of them cannot live that kind of lifestyle until they live on loans from the bank. And they are very much self-focused. If your friends are in the middle, you will see it that when they have an idea, they don't share it with you, especially anything that will bring progress to you. And they think of themselves first. They protect themselves. And most countries are run by these middle people. They are the ones in charge. Some of the presidents are like that. So the only thing they know is just to keep taking money from the people, loans everywhere. But how to use the resources of the country to create value that will affect everybody, a lot of the times they don't know. So we have the lower middle class, that's the bottom, And usually if you are using salary, maybe anything beyond 1,000 Ghana cedis, I think is at the bottom. And then they have those in the middle class, And then they have the upper middle class. They act as if they have money until they lose their jobs or they lose their positions or there's a major health problem or maybe some accident, and you see that they don't have much. They are the people with big houses, and when they go on retirement, they can paint their house. They are the people with big cars. When they go on, when they are off the position, they cannot maintain the cars. These are the people we call the middle class, those in the middle class. Then we have the mindset of the rich, the mindset of the wealthy. They believe in structures and systems. They own businesses. They own investments. Anything that they have, they put some kind of instruments around them. Even the houses that they live in, the cocoa farm they have, the Kube farm that they have, the businesses that they run. They see the world differently from majority of the people that we and most often the kind of education they have, it could be no education or middle education or higher education. The problem that I've seen is that most high educated people who don't educate themselves beyond the classroom kind of education hardly find themselves in the rich sector. So their mindset, the rich mindset, is they are always looking for business. They are building instruments and they build assets. They are very patient. They are long-term thinking, and they are very structured in the way they go about their things. They understand money differently. If you are with a rich person, if you are with somebody with a rich man's mindset, if they give you 100,000, they give that person 100,000. Within a year, that 100,000 will be in instruments bringing money. They're not just looking at stocks. No. It's not just mutual funds. They put money in areas that they have control to a very large extent. Control, and they decide when the money comes in, when they decide when the money goes out. Their skill set, they are able to plan, innovate, structure. They're able to manage a lot of people. They're able to see business opportunities. They're able to, work with others to get things done. They're very productive. The mindset of the rich, the mindset of the wealthy. The people in the middle, the people at the poor man's mindset, when they see these other people, they usually think that they are not good people. But without the people thinking, the rich people thinking and planning and structuring, there will not be jobs. There will not be a lot of things that we see around. So in our country, Ghana, there are people with rich man's mindset. Sometimes it's not even how much that they also own, but there are people who want all of us to succeed. I'm not talking of the selfish. They want all of us to succeed. These are people. I'm not talking of somebody hoarding cars, hoarding houses, and the people they work with have nothing. I'm not talking of that. That is a poor man's mindset, even though he may have money. But a lot of the times, what I've recognized is that most people with money who are very selfish to the core, most often are not question marks on their sources of revenue. Question mark. Very, very people who have gone through the bottom, and risen through to get money. They're very much selfless, and they focus on the good of others, because you have got to have some particular talent to connect with people and believe in people and to work with people. And so most wealthy people, you see that they have very strong network, and they value people. And they value people, and they share with people, and they want people to do well. That is what I've seen. Those who have proper structured wealth, where you can trust the source of revenue, they share. They want the best for everybody. So my name is Obedako. I'm talking about three types of mindset. Three types of mindset. You have to decide where you stand, especially in terms of money, in terms of finances, in terms of wealth, in terms of business, in terms of investment. You have to decide. Well, we all start. Maybe I started from, so it depends on your family background, but at a certain point you would have to also produce your own resource. And if you have the poor man's mindset, it will be very hard for you to produce results that you are proud of and that you are not frustrated with, because then you want to hoard, you want to keep, you don't want to work anything, you don't want to work, you're very much lazy, you are looking for somebody to help you, to take care of you. When people give you opportunities, you want to trick them, lie to them, cheat them. You think that you always put your needs first, those kind of things. You're lazy, you waste your time, you're playing dame at the under the cocoa tree. You don't want to stretch your mind, you're mentally lazy. That is somebody with a poor man's mindset. He's looking for visa, he's waiting for a visa to travel. So for 10 years he's not had a visa. he's resigned from life. The other group who usually deceive us is the middle. The people in the middle, they are always acting as if they know everything. But a lot of the times what they know is only the kind of certificate that they have, and they hide behind the certificate. Majority of them hide behind the certificate. So he's a professor in history, but he wants to act as if he knows everything about money and everything about life, everything about politics. He wants to, and yet when you mark them by their results, what they have used their knowledge to produce, a lot of the times that's where you catch them, because what they know and the results that they're producing often do not match. And we all know that when you go to school, in terms of money, in terms of financial information, we really are not taught. The courses are not even structured that by the time you are through with your agriculture education or your engineering or your mathematics education, you will know how to turn any idea into a business, which means that you are just waiting for somebody. So we are the ones writing the CVs and looking for connections, looking for political positions to become relevant. Those are the people in the middle. They are the middle class, and if your friends are like that, I can tell you, every time they are sort of hiding things that they are doing from you. They are in a way in competition with you. They are the ones, when they get money, the first thing they want to do is to build a house, and they want to change their car. It's like that, they are the ones who like to, pose like they have something. But usually, most often, all that you see is all that you get. Most of the so-called celebrities that we have, they are in the middle. Their mindset is about spending. When they get money, they spend. They want people to see what they have. They don't create all sources of revenue to live a lifestyle which is so much beneath their worth. So they have so much worth, but they still live. So let's say they have $1 million, but maybe every month, maybe they have $1 million every month, but they spend like 1,000 every month, because the distance is so much. They have wealth. They can change lives. They do things to change. Not the movie people, the musicians, the footballers that we call them rich. No, their mindset is actually in the middle. And some of them, their mindset is even from a poor man's position, because he's not invested the money in anything that will multiply the money, but he still wants to, buy most expensive cars. Where he comes from Ghana, he comes from Togo, Nigeria, but you see the cars they buy, and like, why are you buying this when majority of the people will need you to open businesses or put money in businesses that will employ, that will make all our society, all of us, live a better life? That boy who could become an armed robber, or who is destroying his life because of drugs, maybe if those who had money were thinking differently, they could create opportunities for everybody. So the people in the middle class, one of the signs that you see is that they are very much focused on themselves and their family and their career. They don't care about anybody else. Even when you put them in positions, they still want to take advantage of everybody else. The middle class people. Go to any country, you will see them there. And they usually say that, I don't want enough, very little is okay. I'm not very much uncomfortable with so much work. If everybody was very uncomfortable, where would you get your phone? Where would you get if you want to travel, where would you take that plane? If somebody did not put money to manufacture that plane or start a transport company, or maybe built even a school, would you have access to all those? So that is the sign of people who are very much selfish, and usually they are in the middle. So they are educated, they are direct product of the education system. If you take education from them, they don't know any much, I'll tell you. Everything that when you engage them in thinking, they hardly read any book. They hardly read any book, and if you see them read anything, it's just academic book that they read, and it's within their sector. So they're highly limited. There are so many things of life that they hardly know, but they don't know that they don't know because of the certificate that they hold, and they believe that they have to get a job. Go to Lincoln, you will see them. They're all everywhere. Professionals, they have BSc, MSc, PhD, and they call themselves experts. And in our country, we see them on TV a lot. They have no resource, but they are expert in everything. They have no resource. They've not built any business, no organization, no industry. They have not changed any society. They are not solving any problem, but they have opinion on everything. They tell us what everybody else must be doing. And when you put them at that position, they don't deliver. So that is the people in the middle class. I have a lot of them as friends, but I don't tell them. I don't tell them, so don't tell them. Very self-focused, and they hardly will extend a hand of help to you. They hardly would do that. And I'll talk about the rich. The rich are the people who own businesses. So they're always thinking about ideas, how to put resources together to create opportunities. They're entrepreneurs, they're innovators, they're creators, they're builders, they're producers. They're very highly productive people. They don't give excuses. They work. They're highly credible people as well. The rich man's mindset. He's not the one trying to screw you to get a lot of wealth. Most people who screw people, take advantage of people, scheme things. Maybe he builds a bank and he's charging interest way higher than realistic interest rate. He's a poor man who wants to take advantage of somebody. The wealthy, the rich, very gradual. And so, which means that very few people will really qualify for this because they don't sacrifice human life. I'm not talking of the people that we say they are rich, but that this guy is cruel. He's a very wicked man who takes advantage of everybody just for the money. Because if it's just for the money, then you're really not worthy. If it's just for the money, then you can sell drugs or you can do anything. You can sign government contract, cheat to get money. But that money as it is, really, if you didn't work for it, you really don't have much respect for it. Those who don't, when somebody jumps out of the Land Cruiser, comes to rolls his key and talks to you like you're nothing, really, most often the car is driving is not the source of money. It's not really true. It's not what you see. So I'm not defining the wealthy as where they live or what they drive. It's more of the intelligence that they have on investment and on money and on value for human life. And they know that when you put money there and you put human beings there, they will not sacrifice human beings to get the money. And they think of the next generation. These are the wealthy people. I'm not talking of the one who is cruel to claim everything for himself and his family and leave the rest of us suffer. Those are in different levels. So I want to say thank you very much for watching. I'm talking about 3 types of mindset, and it is on you to start to shift the mind, because once your mind is set in a particular way, you can only change it when you get higher form of knowledge, because knowledge is that which will do the surgery. That's why when you listen to something that challenges the philosophy that you grew up with, sometimes you become restless. There are ideas that you have, and then you hear another person say something that is totally opposite to what you know. Sometimes if you are somebody who is learning, who is interested in being challenged in thought, if you're not interested in being challenged in thought, you are locked up with your whether it's right for you. If it's wrong, it destroys you. But when you are constantly on the verge of learning, so you're open to change your mind because somebody has, brought a stronger argument. I am in that position all the time. I can have firm belief in this, but if somebody comes out with supported argument, and this one has resource, has data to back it, and you can see the trend and what the argument that the person is putting up is right, I don't hold on to the one that I knew. I want to change because I want to become better. If what I'm holding on to is not getting me results, I'm not for it. I'm ready. That's why you grow. So which means that the ideas that I had 10 years ago have improved. I've improved. I've been polished. I've become better because I'm challenging the old thoughts all the time. That's why you become great. That's why you become successful in whatever that you do. You cannot say that this is how I see it and therefore this is it, and I'm not ready to change, even if they present higher, stronger argument to you. So mindset. If your mindset is screwed, if your mindset is wrong, your life will be frustrating. If your mindset is wrong, your life is going to be wrong. If your mindset is wrong on anything, that thing will be wrong in your life, whether it's finances, whether it's family, whether it's your business, whether it's your health. The particular mindset that you have on anything is really the life that you have. So if you think poor, and your mindset is and your actions and activities are like the poor, then you will be poor. If you are in the middle too, you behave like them, you will be in the middle. And if you are with the rich, so rich in your soul, rich in your ideas, and you bear fruit, your results will show what you know. So it's not so much how much you start with life per se, but how much the quality of the mindset that you start life with. The philosophies on everything. If it's quality, eventually your life will change. Eventually your life will improve. If you see anybody who is struggling to improve their lives, a lot of the times, it's a problem of the mindset. It's the mind that they have, which they have refused to challenge. So constantly challenge your ideas. Constantly